Hi everybody, it's Jez here from nigezza.blogspot.com, and I'm here to show you what I do with my ribbon shares. It's beginning of a new catalogue, and lots of people do ribbon shares so that you all get a little bit of every ribbon that's in the catalogue. So here is part of the ribbon share that I got from the annual catalogue, and I just made these little boxes and these little bobbins to hold my bit of ribbon in, and I'm going to label them so that I know what colour it is and what's it called. For me, for demonstration purposes, it's nice to be able to tell you what the ribbon is, what colour it is, where you might be able to find it in the catalogue. This is what I did. So I used some extra thick Whisper White, and that measures 7.5 by 6 3/8, and from an A4 sheet or 8.5 by 11, you'd get some leftovers, and these are to make the bobbins, and so you'd get 6 leftovers, but from a single sheet you'd be able to make 15. And these measure 2 by 2 3/4. And then to make the bobbin shape, I'm using my envelope punch board. If you don't have an envelope punch board, then you could use a circle punch, an oval punch, something to just notch it out a bit. But the envelope punch board is perfect. So with the on the longer side, the 2 3/4 side, take it to 2 inches, punch, turn it over, 2 inches, punch, and do exactly the same on that side. 2 inches, punch, 2 inches, and punch. And then I just take my long scissors, and in one snip I just snip that end off, and that gives you a nice bobbin shape. Really quick, really easy to do. I won't do any more because that would be boring. Okay, and then I take some washi tape. It's a good way of using up retired washi tape that you might not use anymore on a card. I take some ribbon, so I've got some fresh fig here. Take a piece of washi to secure it on the card, and washi is good because it's low tack, so it will hold it but won't leave any sort of glue residue on it. And then I just fold it round like a bobbin. These are also good for giving as thank yous if you're a demonstrator, sending to your customers. I sometimes do that if I want to give them a sample of ribbon. It's also quite nice as a welcome gift to my team. I give them a little something, and little samples are really good ways of doing that. But I always get the ribbon shares because when I'm demonstrating, sometimes I don't want a whole reel, and then I buy the whole reels of ones that I use a lot or like a lot. And so that's it. And then there's room there to write on what it is, and then where you would find it in the catalogue. Right, so to make the box, it's not a box with a lid because I think you need to see your stuff. So if you had a lid on it, kind of defeats the object of having it sort of bobbined. I may as well just left it in the box. This is how I originally stored them and put them on a rack, and then I kind of forgot about them. So the whole point is I got ribbon storage for Christmas, and since then kind of use much more ribbon because I can actually see it. It's staring me in the face, on my desk. Okay, so with the 7.5 at the top, well, it doesn't really matter actually, because you can score at 1 3/4 on all 4 sides. So 1 3/4, 1 3/4. Just find this easier than doing 2 scores, 1 3/4 and 1 3/4, and that's that. Very, very quick and simple to do. One of those sort of things that you can do while watching the telly, especially the winding of the bobbin. That's what I sort of did. I sort of made the box and made the bobbins, and then sat watching telly, winding them up. Found myself singing in my head that little nursery rhyme. It's now going to be in your heads, isn't it? Right, so I'm going to do the flaps on the long side so that they fold into this long side and not into the short side, because otherwise they'll overlap a bit. So just snip up and notch. Snip up and notch out. Didn't cut that one right up there on the spool line. There we go. And there. I am loving my new scissors. Right, and then we're just going to put some glue on these 4 corners, 4 flaps, using Tombow because it's very strong. It's a box. I want it to last a long time. This is going to be storage on my desk. So match up those corners, hold it for a second until it adheres. Same on that side, hold it for a second, and then it'll be stuck. Same there, and then the last one. And then I just take my bone folder and give it a good rub. Oop. There we go. And the bobbin fits in there. It will be held in place when you add more. And I've got about 12 in a box. It depends on the thickness of the ribbon as how many you would fit in, and you can see that they stand a bit proud of the top, and that's because you want to just pick them out. If they were flush, it would be difficult to sort of grip hold of. So this way it's really simple. See which colour you want, pull it out. So let's decorate the box. So I've cut some mats. I'm going to use the Fresh Fig because it's one of my favourite colours, and the Fresh Florals design, because I always think that looks really, really pretty. So for the 2 long sides, it's 3 3/4 by 1 1/2. For the short sides, it's 2 5/8 by 1 1/2, and then the mats are just a 1/4 inch shorter. All these measurements will be on my blog, so don't worry about it. That's 2 3/8 by 1 1/4 that way, and the long one is 3 1/2 by 1 1/4. And we're simply going to use a bit of Tombow because I like to have the wiggling ability to make sure that my margins are lovely. I like making my own storage because often when you buy storage, it's all right, but it's not quite what you want, whereas by making it yourself, it's exactly what you want because you've designed it and you've made it and you know what your needs are. And I did get some ribbon storage for Christmas, and it's a rack. I can show you actually, and these do actually fit on the shelves in the rack, which is quite cool. But my next job is to maybe try and emulate that storage rack that I've got and make my own. Right, give that a good rub. And then I'm just going to stick that on the side so it looks pretty. I am in the process of overhauling my craft room because my son has bought himself a house and he's moving out. So I'll have a proper spare room, so my craft room doesn't have to double as a spare room, so I can get rid of the bed that's in here and have loads more space, which will be fabulous. So I want to make some nice storage, so it's, instead of it being a complete mess that it currently is, walking into my craft room will be a joy of prettiness to reflect what I make. So anybody coming in will go, oh, so this is beautiful, I can see why you create such lovely stuff. Instead of now, they just look at it and they go, oh my God, I can't believe you can work in this. Well, clearly I can, because I do. So the washi on the outside sometimes does come off, but that is something I'm thinking about changing. But at the moment it's working. So there we have it. So beautiful box. I'll put the other bobbins in, which I actually made in craft cards, so they don't actually match. I am doing all my new ones now in Whisper White. So there we have it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 17 in there. And this is my ribbon storage. I'll put it that way. You can sort of see. And these do fit on the shelves like so. Obviously they stand up. And that allows me to see all my ribbons. These are ones I've bought whole spools of. And I really like it. So, hope that helps you. Hope if you've done a ribbon share that you're enjoying the ribbon. And I'll put all the details on my blog, nigezza.blogspot.com, and let me know. Let me see your designs if you make them. And maybe show me what you do, because you might do it better. Okay, see you again soon. Bye.